Imagine this scenario. The alarm goes off. You open your eyes, ready to start the day. But the moment you try to swing your legs out of bed, you freeze. It feels like your knees are rusted shut. Your fingers feel like stiff sausages. You tell yourself, it's just part of getting older, right? But what if it's not? What if that stiffness isn't just aging, but a biological alarm bell ringing inside your body? Millions of people ignore these subtle signals until one day the damage is irreversible. Today, we are going to walk through the 5 warning signs your joint pain is serious. We are talking about the specific arthritis warning signs that doctors look for. Signs that tell you inflammation is destroying your cartilage right now. If you recognize even one of these signs, you need to take action immediately. But don't worry. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a natural 3-step action plan to put out that fire before it burns down the house. Hello, and welcome back to Natural Joint Relief, the place where we help you reclaim your mobility and live a pain-free life without relying solely on harsh chemicals or surgery. I'm your host, and I've spent years researching the best ways to support bone and joint health naturally. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. I am a researcher and health advocate, not a doctor. This video is for educational purposes to help you understand your body better. If you have severe symptoms, please consult your healthcare provider. Now, let's get into the science of your pain. To understand these signs, you have to understand what is happening inside. Joint pain symptoms are rarely random. They are your body's way of screaming that inflammation is attacking the synovial fluid. That's the oil that lubricates your joints. When that oil gets thick, or when the cartilage wears down, you get these 5 distinct warning signs. Sign number 1 is what we call the morning gel phenomenon. Now, almost everyone over 40 feels a little creaky in the morning. That is relatively normal. But here is the critical difference: duration. If you wake up stiff, but you move around, make coffee, and within 20 or 30 minutes you feel loose again, that is likely mechanical wear and tear, or osteoarthritis. However, if that stiffness lasts for an hour or more, if you are still struggling to make a fist or walk down the stairs comfortably at 10 a.m., this is a massive red flag. This suggests inflammatory arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis. It means your immune system has been attacking your joints all night while you slept, turning your joint fluid into a thick, gel-like substance that takes hours to melt. Do not ignore the clock. Warning sign number 2 is heat. I want you to try this. Place the back of your hand against your painful joint. Then place it against a joint that doesn't hurt, or on your thigh. Does the painful joint feel physically warmer to the touch? A healthy joint should feel cool or neutral. If your joint is radiating heat, or if it looks red and swollen like a balloon, this is not just old age. This is active, acute inflammation. Think of it like a car engine overheating. You wouldn't keep driving a car with smoke coming out of the hood, right? Driving on a hot joint causes rapid cartilage destruction. This is one of the most urgent arthritis warning signs that require immediate attention. Number 3 is what doctors call symmetry. This is a tricky one. If you hurt your right knee playing tennis, that's an injury. If your right knee hurts from years of walking, that's likely wear and tear. But if your right knee starts hurting and suddenly your left knee starts hurting in the exact same spot, or if both your wrists start aching simultaneously, this is the mirror image effect. Mechanical damage is usually asymmetrical. It happens where you put the most pressure. Symmetry suggests the problem isn't the joint itself, but your blood. It indicates a systemic autoimmune issue where your body is attacking joints on both sides of the body equally. This is a classic hallmark of rheumatoid arthritis and needs a completely different approach than simple knee pain. Sign number 4 is audible. Do you hear a grinding, crunching, or grating sound when you move? Doctors call this crepitus. Now, a pop here and there is just gas bubbles escaping the joint. That's fine. But every time you bend your knee, it sounds like gravel crunching in a driveway. That is the sound of bone-on-bone friction. It means the cartilage cushion has worn away completely. Even more serious is locking. If you're walking and your knee suddenly gets stuck or gives out, that could mean a piece of torn cartilage or bone fragment is floating loose inside the joint space, acting like a doorstop. This isn't something supplements alone can fix immediately. It's a mechanical failure that signals advanced degeneration. And finally, warning sign number 5, the sleep thief. If your joint pain symptoms are so severe that they wake you up in the middle of the night, or if the pain is actually worse when you're lying still than when you're moving, this is serious. Here's the science. At night, your body's natural anti-inflammatory hormone, cortisol, drops to its lowest level. If you have high levels of inflammation, there is nothing to buffer it at night, so the pain spikes. Pain at rest is a clinical sign that the joint damage is progressing even when you're not using the joint. It is a sign that your body is in a state of chronic inflammatory stress. Okay, take a deep breath. If you recognize yourself in any of these 5 signs, don't panic. Recognizing the problem is the first step to fixing it. You can't reverse arthritis overnight, but you can drastically lower the inflammation that is causing these symptoms. Here is your 3-step fire extinguisher plan. Step 1, stop adding fuel to the fire. If your joints are hot, you must cut out inflammatory triggers. The biggest culprits, sugar, processed flour, and seed oils like soybean or canola oil. For the next 7 days, try to cut these out and see if your morning stiffness improves. Step 2, motion is lotion. It sounds counterintuitive, but if you have stiffness, sitting still is the enemy. You need gentle, low-impact movement to pump fresh synovial fluid into the joint. Walking in a pool or stationary cycling is perfect. Avoid high impact, but keep moving. Step 3, fill the nutrient gap. This is the big one. Most people try to fix joint pain with painkillers, which only mask the symptom. You need to address the root cause. Science shows that chronic joint pain is often linked to a deficiency in key minerals that regulate muscle tension and inflammation. There is one specific mineral that acts as your body's natural muscle relaxant. When you're low in this, your muscles stay tight around the joint, compressing it and making the pain 10 times worse. I'm talking about magnesium. But here's the catch, and it's a dangerous one. You might run to the pharmacy right now and buy a bottle of magnesium, thinking you're doing your joints a favor. But did you know that the most common type of magnesium sold in stores is virtually useless for joint pain and inflammation? In fact, taking the wrong type of magnesium won't help your pain at all. It'll just give you an upset stomach and send you running to the bathroom. I see so many people wasting their money on the wrong supplements because they don't know the difference between oxide, citrate, and glycinate. I don't want you to make that mistake. That is why I created a specific video comparing the different types of magnesium to tell you exactly which one actually targets joint pain and inflammation. If you want to know which magnesium can help you wake up without that stiffness, click the video right here on the screen. It's called Magnesium Glycinate versus Oxide, which is garbage. Click right there, and I'll see you in the next video to help you finally find relief.